Welcome back everyone. In this lesson, we will cover adding tasks to our project management app. Let's add a functionality that allows the user to add a task using this floating action button. So let's quickly duplicate the create milestone component so we can use it as a copy for the create task. Let's edit the UI for this create task component. So change the title. We're also going to change the description here. So enter task information, and we're going to edit this. Instead of saying milestone, we will show, where is it? We will show a hint of task title, and then instead of milestone detail, we'll say task detail. And then we'll also edit this title to show task due date. Cool, so this looks good. Now let's add a drop down that allows the user to assign this task to a certain milestone for the project. So let's add in this column a drop down, and let's quickly drag it up to sit below task detail. And let's quickly format this, drag it wider. Let's change the hint text to please select milestone for the task. And let's add some padding to make it a little bit neater. In order to populate the options for the dropdown, we need to firstly do a backend query. So let's quickly do a query collection for all the plans, which are basically milestones, list of document with filtering for where the project ref is equal to the parameters, the component parameters project ref. Here for the options, we need to select the plans document. We're going to click map this item, get property, and then the property we want to grab is the title, so the name of the milestones. So click OK. Let's also add the functionality where we can assign this task to a specific user of the project. So let's duplicate this dropdown. We'll add some padding. Let's quickly edit the hint text. Please select who is responsible for the task. So because in the back end, our projects collection already has a project team which contains a list of users, and in the users collection, there is already a list of projects the user relates to. We can do a backend query of users. So query collection users, a list of document where the projects of that user contains the current project parameter, project reference. So this will show a list of users with who has access to that specific project. So for the options, similarly, we will use the user's documents results, map list item, get document property of display name, and press confirm. Let's quickly check whether our form has all the necessary information to create a task. So it seems like with title, detail, completed flag will be false by default, due date, project ref, plan ref, and task assignee are all there. Perfect. So let's quickly add the backend call to create the task. So the task title is going to be from the widget variable. The detail is going to be from the widget's task detail. The completed flag will be set to false by default at the start. The due date is going to be from our calendar selected date of start. And similarly, we need the project reference, which is going to be from our component parameter, and the plan ref. So because the dropdown is a string, we need to do something that searches the correct plan reference based on the selected drop-down value. So in order to assign the plan to the create document action here, the problem with Flutterflow is that the drop-down is actually a string, not of the document. So when you select a drop-down, it's a string, not the document you're actually selecting, which is required in create task. So a workaround for this is we're gonna do two things. We're gonna query the document that's been selected here based on the text. Similarly, we'll do the same for the user. So to show you, we do a query collection of plans of single document where the filter is title equal to the component state. So in the component state, the widget state dropdown 1, which is this dropdown. In addition, we also want to filter for the project, just in case there are different projects with same milestone names. Cool. Now we do the same for the user on this hidden row that we have created. So where it's user single collection, we don't hide the widget, where the display name is equal to the widget states dropdown number 2, and the project contains our project reference here. Our projects list of projects contains the project reference, and click OK here as well. Just double check we don't hide this widget. Confirm. Now on the create task action, we can now refer to this plan. For plans ref, we can refer to the plans document reference. And then for the assignee, we can refer to the user's document, user reference. Cool. We can quickly test this. Let me fix this action here on the checkbox. So on the checkbox, if we click the checkbox for completed task, we want to update the document of the task document reference. Let's update the completed flag to false. Okay, cool. Let's quickly test this and see if it works. So let's create a task. Let's call this task 1. Task 1 detail. We're gonna go milestone 1. It's gonna be assigned to me for now because there's only one user, and then the due date of tomorrow. Cool. You can see here it's working perfectly fine. We can, even to confirm it, we can actually just add the milestones name. So to do that, we need to do a backend query. Document from reference of the plan equals to the task plan ref, and then we set the text to the plans document title. Let's just call it. Cool. Let's quickly refresh this to see. Okay, let's add so you can see here the task 1 has been added. It's assigned to me and milestone 1. Let's test it again for task 2. Task 2 detail, milestone 3, assigned to me, due on Friday. Create task. Perfect. You can see here milestone 3 has been added to this task, and we can check in the backend as well. Each of these tasks has a project ref and a plan ref, which is exactly what we're looking for. Now if we tick completed, it gets removed and goes to the completed view. So let's quickly set this action where if we toggle off, we'll update the document for the task reference, and we set the completed flag to be false again. Cool. Let's quickly test this out. So let's tick task 1 is done. So task 1 has disappeared from the not complete view. It's going to be shown completed view. Let's tick this. Let's go back here. Perfect. In the next lesson, we will cover adding number of tasks completed and number of tasks not completed into a milestones widget view. Remember to subscribe to keep updated.